My time in the Navy has been marked by long periods of sustained superior performance and also intense depression. I joined July 7th, 1998 in an effort to escape my home life. When I was 9, I tried to hang myself. Fortunately, I didn't understand the physics of hanging. And so I wound up embarrassed on my closet floor with the clothes hanger bar snapped and all my clothes on top of me and a belt around my neck.
For as long as I've known Penny Officer Thompson, he's always been a phenomenal worker. We used to actually tease him all the time. He was Superman.
He's consistently one of those guys that you would look at and say, okay, I need that guy in my shop. I need someone like that, you know, to hold things together.
There was a series of things that occurred. It started, the promotion results came out, and he wasn't selected for promotion. He broke up with his girlfriend, and it ended in spectacular, dramatic fashion. And then we started to have some really stupid little things. Oversleeping, a lot. What is going on with this guy? Because this is not who he is. This is not who he's been, you know, the duration of his time here at this command. This is not right. There's something wrong here.
I didn't give away any of my possessions, but I did write 2 suicide letters, one of which I was going to pin to my body for emergency people to find. My plan was to take a jump off the Duke Ellington Bridge in Washington, D.C. I used to have a do not do list that was a list of all the signs of someone with suicidal intention. And I got away with it for quite some time. And in the days prior to that intervention, I slipped up. And Chief Petty Officer Herb Banks heard me say something that I didn't mean to say. He said something, and I responded with, "Relax, I'm not gonna kill myself."
So I briefed, you know, the rest of the chiefs at the time, and you know, we ran up the chain of command. We just brought them in, the Professional Development Board, for a conversation.
It's not a disciplinary review board because there were no charges, you know, being filed against him. We knew there was a problem, and we just needed to figure out what it was. So when he showed up to the Professional Development Board, there were 7 of us. There were 7 chiefs. Pastor Thompson is very well polished. It took a while before we really started to wear through some of the veneer. The end of it happened very, very quickly. You could see him starting to get frustrated. You could see, you know, he was starting to trip over himself with his words and his answers.
I let all my defense down, uttered a certain 4-letter expletive, and then said, "Okay, here's the deal. I want to die."
So, from a leadership perspective, at that point there were things that we had to do. I started notifying the members of our chain of command that he had vocalized a suicidal ideation.
What happened that day was him wanting help, and we were able to give him the help we needed. So please don't make us out to be like heroes or anything like that. He's the biggest hero. He was the most he was as courageous as possible. He got my respect.
And that's when it really started. My second one-on-one therapy session at Bethesda lasted almost 2 hours. I spent the next day in my room, crying.
I heard when he was in there, when he called me and he told me what he was doing, first thing I said to him was, "I'm very proud of you."
To say things as simple as I'm incredibly vulnerable right now. To say things as painful as my mother once beat me with a baseball bat until I couldn't see.
When Jason finally found that inner courage that he was looking for, that was the road for his redemption.
For folks who have problems that go all the way back to childhood, we're just the first step. For many people, we help them see the lock to a door and help them recognize the key that they've always had, that they need to put it in and turn it.
The sobriety wagon circles the town of boredom all the time. And so, to that end, I have to stay occupied because my disease is out in the parking lot right now doing push-ups.
You're not going to undo 30+ years of emotional and psychological trauma in 2 months. You're just not. But he's better than he was. And he's alive. So, I'm happy for that.
This is my life. I owe it to myself. I've seen how low I can go. Let's find out how high we can climb.